What's going on, guys? Got a little something that I wanted to show off to you, maybe give you a little information about and talk about real quick. Right here on the table, this is a British, God save the Queen, MTP pattern BDU top. It's part of their PCS lineup for their clothing, if I remember terms correctly. What I wanted to do is kind of show this off to you, go over a couple of the features of it, and compare it to the equivalent multicam stuff for here in the US. Now, the MTP pattern was developed, as I understand it, for the British military by Cry Precision, same people that did multicam. Jeez, I can't spit the word out. They did it jointly with the British Ministry of Defense. So you can obviously see the similarities between the two. Where it kind of differs from multicam is the coloration is a little different, and the pattern itself. They tended, as it looks to me, to keep some of the lines of the DPM pattern and then integrated more of the multicam type coloring, but paired the DPM pattern. And so it's kind of like a combination of the multicam pattern and the DPM pattern kind of mushed together, and then multicam colors with just a little bit of tweak and change here and there. Right up front off the top, I can say I personally really like the MTP pattern. Much like multicam, it's really versatile. Now, in different given environments, more specific camo patterns are going to be more effective per se. But if you've got to cover multiple different environments, or if you're only going to have one, then that's where something like multicam or the MTP comes into play. It gives you a good bit of versatility across a broad area. So right up front, this is made out of a polyester cotton blend material. Let me just say up front, this is one area where I'll be honest, guys, and I'm ashamed to admit it because I'm a flag-waving American. The Brits are kicking our butts. Their poly cotton material is really, really strong and durable, but it's some of the most comfortable material that I've tried compared to our poly cotton. If you look at what is mostly commercially available from most companies in a poly cotton blend material in camis and BDUs, it's usually it's durable. It's really durable material, no question there. But sometimes it feels like it's unnecessarily heavy and unnecessarily stiff and doesn't breathe as well as some other fabrics. The British poly cotton really feels more like a lightweight Nico twill to me. It breathes relatively well for what it is, and it's really comfortable to wear. It's comfortable against your skin. It doesn't feel real stiff and you know, kind of chafy. It doesn't feel like you could take it and set it in the corner and it's going to stand up by itself. There are some good American poly cotton stuff out there, but I have had some that that's what they felt like. It was like you could take a shirt or something and lean it up in the corner and it'd still be standing there when you come back an hour later. So that said, I love the material that this is made out of. Similar to material to what my MTP smock that I did a video on. You can look in the previous videos for that one. Similar material to that, same thing. really, really comfortable material. So I really like that feature of it. A couple of other things that I really like where the Brits went with it. Just for comparison, when we started out up front, I wear a large long in US sizing. Some brands I can get away with an extra large long. The extra large long is a little on the looser side, and sometimes a large long is a little on the snugger side for me. I'm kind of like right in that area, especially with the shoulder width and the length. So that said, this is a 180/112 top, and it fits me perfectly. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. The arm length is just right for me. So yeah, I really like this sizing. Now, just like most American, I'm going to stick with the ACU uniform, Army Combat Uniform, because that's what this is closest to. If you look at the Marine Corps uniforms for the U.S., they're a little bit different, and obviously not in multicam. So for the purposes of what I'm comparing here today, when I say U.S., I'm talking about an ACU style uniform top. So just like an AC uniform, you've got a zipper that zips up and Velcro. Now, once again, those crazy bloody redcoats, just like they drive on the wrong side of the road, they're putting their zippers on the wrong side of the jacket and shirts. So it takes you a second when you reach down and you're used to being it on the right side, which is right? Pun intended. You can get that out of the way. It's a really nice zipper. It's nice and flat, out of the way. You don't feel it. It's not bulky. It's not a two-way zipper like on most ACU tops are, that you can zip it from the bottom or the top. It's just a one-way. Personally, I've never had a reason to unzip it from the bottom, so that doesn't bother me. I'm going to tilt this down just a little bit here, so hopefully maybe you can see. You don't need to see my mug so much, but it comes down well below my belt line, because my belt line is about right here, and it's significantly down. So I could tuck this in if I wanted to, and it'd be fine, or I can wear it out, and it's fine. We'll start at the cuffs. At the cuffs, you've got two buttons for the cuffs. Okay, they're the nice slotted Canadian style buttons, which I really like. One cool little feature is where this one, where the button tab is at, is actually covered and flapped, which is kind of cool. I like having the buttons on here. Very reminiscent of the way the Marine Corps did it. It's kind of a reverse button setup in a way, but anyway, it works. Some people like having a Velcro on there so they can really cinch it down. Some people don't. This works. It's functional. You know, it is what it is. You've got two pockets down here that are Velcroed, and it's some serious Velcro. You almost can't get into it one-handed. I'm going to attempt to do this. I don't want to have to take it back off. They got some serious Velcro there, let me tell you. There we go. Now, it's a little pocket right here, and then there's another little pocket right below it, which is right along your forearm and your elbow right here. I can envision this being for putting pads in, like elbow forearm pads. Any of my buddies over there in the UK, if y'all want to correct me on that or enlighten me, feel free. But that's what it seems like to me, is right there where you'd want to put an elbow pad or forearm pad or something at. Coming up the sleeve here, you've got shoulder pockets, just like on a ACU top. However, these shoulder pockets are significantly canted more than what are on the ACU tops. The ACU tops are more vertical. These are more horizontal, which I kind of like, because when you open it up, it makes it real easy to get stuff in and out of, especially if you've got gear on. It's a pleated pocket that's fairly generous in sizing. Velcro closure. You've got loops up here that are sewn in that you could dummy cord stuff to, which is kind of cool. So like if you wanted to keep a compass or something there, you could dummy cord it to it and always have it attached. This is just a Velcro panel cover that just comes off. It's got Velcro on it just like an ACU top does. Rank insignia, whatever goes on their unit patch. I like having those covers because that way you can cover up that big solid block of Velcro right there and actually have your pattern on there. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Moving on up, again, zipper and Velcro in the front. Chest pockets. Unlike ACU style tops, you've got your big angle flat pockets right here. You've got big giant huge pocket right here that just Velcros shut that you just open up and get to. There's another, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, there's another small pocket in here which coincidentally is a perfect fit for an iPhone, just saying. I don't know if they designed it that way, maybe, you know, be in combat, need to whip out the iPhone, make a call. There it is. But it's a really big pocket with the Velcro right there, though. It's flat against your chest. There's no flaps or anything that get snagged on. Same thing on the other side. Another big equal size pocket. However, over here, you've got, instead of a little pocket in there, you've got 3 pin slots. You can put pins in there, things of that nature. On the front right here, you've got your rank tab, which just Velcros in up here. Slide your rank on, and then it just tucks back up in there, which is kind of cool. I like how that's covered right there. Everything's covered. Now the collar is similar to a US collar. You've got Velcro around it to Velcro it up to protect your neck. I like how their Velcro is done right here. It's a smaller tab and not a big huge block that covers the whole collar. I'll show you that in a minute, but it's definitely more comfortable not having all that up there. So let me tilt this back up just a hair, keep you guys in. Alright, now you can see my ugly mug again. So anyway, this is the MTP pattern. I'll turn this so you can see the back, so you can kind of get a broader picture of the pattern. I really like these shirts. You can find them on eBay. There's plenty of places in the UK selling them. The price on them is honestly right in line with surplus US stuff. Where you get gig dats on the shipping, best thing to do if you decide you want to get some is find a vendor that's got both the shirts and the pants and get 1 or 2 of each at the same time. That way it kind of breaks up the shipping cost a little bit. But overall, the pricing wise, these run about the same as US stuff. So if you're looking for something a little different, check this out. Now, to compare, because I know this is probably what everybody's more interested in, the pattern itself and the colors. I'm going to put this on the table right here. This is a ACU top made by Proper. Now this is 50/50 Nyko ripstop material. Okay. Again, that's standard ACU top. You've seen them all. This one is an issue U.S. Army fire resistant top. The material this made out is an aramid blend material that makes it more fire resistant. It doesn't melt and stuff. If it catches on fire, it chars more. what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom the camera in and let you take a look. You can see a difference in the three different tops. Again, your far left over here is going to be the GI issue, then the proper NICO, then the MTP. And I'll let you see a little difference in the colors. Okay, so as I zoom in, that's the GI, that's the proper, and then you've got the MTP. Now, one thing you might be able to notice right up front there is of the three, the proper NICO one in the middle, the colors really have a lot of contrast. The tans, the browns, they really contrast with each other. On the GI one on the left, you'll notice that overall the color seems a little bit more muted. Now, they're both true multicam. The difference from what I've been able to research and find out is in the way the dyes take to the material, because of the nylon cotton material on the NICO one versus the para-aramid material on the GI one. It's just all in how the material absorbs the dye and how it looks once it's done. So you're going to have a little bit more of a muted tone to the GI one. Now, the MTP one over there, you can notice doesn't have quite the same contrast with the browns. Now it's got, if you look real close, it's got the same 4 or 5 different color shades as what multicam has got, but they're not as different from each other. They're much closer in their shading. You've got the really light tan, then you've got a really, really light brown, then a medium brown, and then the dark brown. On the MTP one, you can see it is, and I'll go get it and hold it up for you. You can see that it is, again, looks almost kind of grayish compared to, say, the proper NICO, or more equivalent to the GI para-aramid material. You can see how this one looks more kind of grayish. For lack of a better term, it's more monotone, maybe. There's not as much difference in the shadings. It's neither good nor bad. It just is what it is. I really think that in certain areas of the country, in the wintertime, when you've really got a lot of dead stuff, not as much contrast and foliage cover in the woods and such, I really think that MTP could shine in that environment, especially on cloudy days when you don't have a lot of sunlight coming through, and everything seems to kind of take that overall muted tone to everything. I really think that MTP is gonna shine in that kind of environment. So anyway, I won't keep dragging it out. Biggest thing is I just wanted to show this off to you. That's the British MTP top. This is an actual issue one. It's even got the guy's name and serial number in it. But there you go, temperate weather combat jacket. I like it. I intend on doing a side-by-side comparison of the two, the regular multicam and the MTP, out in the woods and kind of see what kind of concealment difference there is. Don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that. I got to get me a set of MTP pants first. So once I can find the pair of pants that I want to get, then I will do the side by side and get it out there in the bush. I'd like to try to do it. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get the pants in. Got to find which ones I want first. Once I do that, I want to do a comparison on a sunny day when I got a lot of sunlight and you really see the color contrast in the foliage. But I'd also like to do it on a really cloudy day without the sunlight coming in and out of the trees, and you can kind of eliminate that. Now obviously right now it's late spring, early summer time frame, so everything's chock full underbrush wise out there. I might end up having to do two separate tests of it, one during the summer and then maybe later this year when wintertime rolls around, I'll get out and do one in the winter. So stay tuned for that. We'll see. It might be a topic down the road. But there you go, guys. British MTP pattern. If you got any questions, please ask. That's about it. So take care, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.